What is good, YouTube? It's your boy OG Nonboy back with another video, and in today's video I have another battle submission from my friend Got7Leo, so thank you for the video submission. And this team is a little bit more of a spicier team, and this team consists of triple grass types. So we have the shiny Ludicolo in the lead with a Shadow Abomasnow in the middle and a Hisuian Electrode in the back. So I'm excited to see how this team performs, given that in a way, like, it is kind of triple weak to a lot of things. So, well, actually, it really isn't, because the Ludicolo in the front resists, like, the water typing resists the ice type, so it only takes neutral from ice. And then your Hisuian Electrode in the back only takes neutral from flying because of the subtyping of the electric. So you're double weak to two different things. But yeah, let's see how this team performs here. So far, so good. And they do switch into the Alolan Ninetales here after they get debuffed by the Obstruct, but these Wild Charges will be hitting pretty hard, and they will be able to get to two of them before getting charmed all the way down. So this isn't too bad of a situation. Their Obstagoon was also already put quite low. So going to bring the Ludicolo back in here. Going to shield up the Weather Ball here. And I don't know if they're going to be able to farm down. Looks like they're going to go for a partial farm down and then swap into their Abomasnow. So opponent bringing the Obstagoon back in here, but they were pretty low already, so they're going to get farmed down. And now this looks pretty comfortable, as they should be able to get to two Weather Balls here to knock out the Whimsicott in the back here. So double charm getting defeated. Everybody likes to see that. So next match here, we got Ludicolo into Galvantula, and this is a bit of a rough lead, but it's not too bad since the bubbles are doing neutral, and you also have an Ice Beam to do neutral damage. But gonna let this first move go, and it is the Lunge, which does do super effective damage. So gonna swap into the safe swap of the Abomasnow here, and most likely gonna have to shield this. I wouldn't imagine that she'd let that go. And opponent staying in here, which is pretty decent. Since these Weather Balls will be threatening to the Galvantula, so opponent deciding to let that go, and they actually bring in a Cradily. So a little bit interesting here, since they are taking super effective damage from the Weather Balls, and they will be able to take out the Abomasnow with one Stone Edge though, so that's perhaps why they decided to come in with the Cradily here. So probably something weak to either grass or ice in the back. I could imagine maybe a Lantern or an Altaria, but opponent gonna get to a final move here, and taking out the Abomasnow, and it does end up being a Lantern in the back. So these energy balls are going to be pretty threatening, as they will be doing super effective damage, and you're also going to be resisting all the charge move damage from the Lantern, as it does only know Surf and Thunderbolt. So Hisuian Electrode going to be able to resist both of those moves here. So looks like he might be building up to the back-to-back here before throwing the move, just so that he can maintain some health. Opponent going to get to another Surf, but like I said, no problem here. Just going to be able to tank these pretty comfortably. And actually not throwing here. It looks like he's going for a full farm down, but going to catch on the Ludicolo before having to commit a shield there or taking the damage. And then now this is pretty much over. Like, he's got a move on his Ludicolo, and he also has a couple of moves on his Electrode as well. So good games there. Next match, we have Ludicolo into Dunsparce. So this is a pretty comfortable matchup as well. Like, fairly neutral. I actually don't know who ends up winning this, but it's going to be pretty decent here, since like none of the moves from the Dunsparce are going to be doing super effective damage. So they do get to the moves really fast though, but it looks like they're going to need 3 moves to take out the Ludicolo here. And this Leaf Storm, if it does land, will do some pretty heavy damage. So opponent letting that go, so they're going to be almost taken out here. Going to go into the Electrode to get a head start on farm here. And the opponent brings out an Altaria. So ideally would have wanted the Abomasnow on this, but the Wild Charges will also be doing quite a bit of damage, and this Sky Attack only doing neutral, but they are debuffed, so they will be taken out here. So this puts the Altaria into a nice farm down range for the Abomasnow actually, so looking to be in a pretty decent position depending on what is in the back. And bringing the Dunsparce back in, they are able to reach a move, so a little bit unfortunate they're gonna have to shield that, but they're gonna have a Frostlass in the back, so still not out of the woods yet, especially if the opponent is able to shield these Weather Balls up correctly. But they actually try to call a bait there, and that ends up costing them the match there. So next match we have an Obstagoon lead, and it's good to see it here instead of in the back, obviously because of the Abomasnow. So I'm gonna let the first move go through here, and that's kind of how you do want to play it in general. And they do go for an Obstruct, so looking pretty similar to the first match that we had here. Gonna swap into the Electrode. Opponent going to throw a move here. Now I'm starting to question if this is the same match or not, but going to keep farming up and gonna throw the Wild Charge here. So it is different, okay, because pretty sure the last time they did preserve the Obstagoon. So they're gonna bring in the Frostlass. So not the Obstagoon Double Charm line that I actually have featured on my channel before. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. But it's gonna be good for the Ludicolo to come back in here, and gonna shield this move here. It would probably take them out from this range, a Avalanche, and gonna go for the Leaf Storm. So I like going straight for the nuke since you either grab the shield or do the heavy damage. So now that the shields are down, you can go straight for the Energy Ball, and gonna build up to it. Gonna overfarm a little bit just in case the opponent decides to catch perhaps, and then this should take out the Frostlass there, and then they have a Wigglytuff in the back, so should be able to take them out. I'm gonna go for a double Weather Ball, it looks like, over the Energy Ball, which I kind of like just in case the Energy Ball doesn't do quite enough damage, and this should almost take them out, or it actually does take them out. So either way, they had a Ludicolo in the back to kind of clean that up as well if they did have some residual health. So final match here, they do have the Togedemaru in the lead, and I'm gonna bring in the Hisuian Electrode here, and opponent gonna throw a move. This probably will be the, well, I don't know why they threw Wild Charge honestly, because that is resisted, but they're gonna bring in the Altaria. So gonna go for these Wild Charges here. Two of them will just about take out the Altaria. Going to farm up a little bit more before throwing this. I like this since if you throw right away, you might not be able to get to a third. But this way, I mean, they're still not able to get to a third, which is a little bit unfortunate. Just barely able to not get there, but maybe if they built up to the back-to-back, they would have gotten there, but opponent might have also gotten to a Sky Attack, but it did look like the opponent was committed to a full farm down there. But now they're going to have a Vigoroth. Going to bring in the Ludicolo. Going straight for the Leaf Storm here. And opponent's not really respecting the Leaf Storm in these matches here. So I'm going to just about take out this Vigoroth here. And this puts GOT7 in a very solid position. Going to go for another Leaf Storm, but they get CMP tied with, or I don't actually think that was CMP tie. I think they just beat them to the move by like a turn. And then still going to be okay here. Just going to go for double Leafs, or not Leaf Storms, Energy Ball. The opponent tries to call a bait, and now that is a GG. So actually able to go 5-0 in this set here. So really interesting battles. It was kind of interesting to see this team perform here. Did not expect that good of a result, but very solid battles by GOT7 and some good displays of just like good battling. So yep, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also submit your battles in the link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one.